Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Washington Post World.
November 22, 4:34 America, New York. Stock up on blankets, Ukrainians brace for bleak winter. One of Ukraine's energy chiefs says rolling blackouts across Ukraine may continue through March.
Time, November 22, 4:30 America, New York. Vice President Kamala Harris's visit puts the Philippines in a tight spot with China. American leaders have made numerous visits to the Philippines, a long-standing military ally in Southeast Asia. But Vice President Kamala Harris's stop on Tuesday in the country's archipelagic province of Palawan represents something new.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News. November 22, 4:29 America, New York. Many schoolchildren among 252 killed in Indonesia earthquake. Many children killed when their schools collapsed are among the 252 dead following an earthquake that devastated a town in Indonesia, officials have said.
RT World News.
November 22, 4:27 America, New York. Tehran retaliates after UN watchdog passes damning resolution, media. Enrichment of uranium at Fordow site has been boosted. Iranian media have reported Tehran has for the first time started enriching uranium to 60% fissile purity at the Fordow facility, Iranian media reported on Tuesday. New York Times World News.
November 22, 4:03 America, New York. In Indonesia, an earthquake, landslides in homes, flat to the earth. As workers try to find survivors, rescue efforts have been hampered by power outages and blocked roads in a disaster that has killed at least 162 people and injured hundreds. Rescuer workers with a victim's body in Cugenang, Cianjur, West Java Province, Indonesia, on Tuesday.
BBC News World.
November 22, 3:40 America, New York. Indonesia earthquake. Many schoolchildren killed in building collapses. Rescuers are scrambling to find survivors amid the rubble of collapsed schools and homes.
Washington Post World.
November 22, 3:25 America, New York. Iran says it enriches uranium to 60% purity at Fordow site. Iran has begun producing enriched uranium at 60% purity at the country's underground Fordow nuclear plant, in what official media described as a response to a resolution by the United Nations nuclear watchdog.
Washington Post World.
November 22, 3:17 America, New York, Greece. Rescue operation for hundreds on drifting boat. Greek authorities say a major rescue operation is underway off the coast of the southern island of Crete after a boat believed to be carrying hundreds of migrants lost steering and was drifting in rough seas.
New York Times World News.
November 22, 3:07 America, New York. China factory fire kills 38. Officials say an investigation is underway into what caused the tragedy at the two-story facility operated by a wholesaler of industrial equipment, clothing and chemical products. The factory in Anyang, China, on Monday. In this image taken from video footage run by the state broadcaster, CCTV.
New York Times World News.
November 22, 3:00 America, New York. Beijing is tackling its air pollution problem. Why can't New Delhi? The return of smog season in India's capital has again left residents asking why nothing has changed. The answer may be largely political. The India Gate in New Delhi this month.
BBC News World.
November 22, 2:56 America, New York. Estonian duo accused of $575 million cryptocurrency scam. The men are accused of buying luxury cars after getting people to buy into fraudulent crypto mining.
RT World News.
November 22, 2:38 America, New York. Kosovo postpones fines for Serb drivers. The decision was made at the request of the U.S. ambassador, the breakaway region's leader Albin Kurti says.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News. November 22, 2:19 America, New York. Bondi Beast, serial rapist identified by police almost 40 years after first attack. Australian police have identified a serial rapist known as the Bondi Beast, almost 40 years after his first attack. An artist and amp. Number 39. S impression released by NSW police in 2016 of the so-called an amp. Number 39. Bondi Beast and amp. Number 39.
Fox World News.
November 22, 2:00 America, New York. Cuban state visit to Russia demonstrates importance of Havana for Putin's anti-American agenda. Russia has aggressively pursued geopolitical and military alliances with key Latin American allies, particularly Cuba, as it seeks to boost its influence in Latin America.
Mirror World News.
November 22. 1:57 America, New York. Plane crashes into apartment blocks with at least 8 dead in Colombia. A plane, that reported a problem with an engine, crashed into apartment blocks in a residential area of Medellin, Colombia, with all 8 people on board dying.
BBC News World.
November 22. 1:39 America, New York, Mathura. India police arrest parents of woman found dead in a suitcase. A young woman's body was found stuffed in a suitcase dumped near an expressway in India's Uttar Pradesh state.
Time.
November 22. 1:09 America, New York. Kim Jong-un's daughter unveiled last week as his second child, Seoul says. Seoul, South Korea. The daughter of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, who was recently seen in public for the first time at a missile launch site as his second child, South Korea's spy agency told lawmakers Tuesday, as speculation swirled about his motives for bringing her to the attention of the outside world. Mirror World News.
November 21. 23:02 America, New York. Dozens killed in horror blaze at chemical factory as rescuers search for missing. A massive blaze has swept through a chemical and electrical goods company in China's Henan province, killing at least 36 people, and search teams are now looking for the missing.
Time.
November 21. 22:55 America, New York. Glass onion is a lesser Knives Out mystery, but it's still a breezy caper. Sometimes you don't want a formal meal. You just want an assortment of nibbles, a big tray of delicacies and delights that are just a bit out of the ordinary and amusing by themselves.